I still can't believe you left, Cassandra Calbera shouted into my ear. They're making the announcement Monday. You have to be here. I held the phone away from my face and imagined my best friend standing in the middle of Jean-Pierre's test kitchen in the back of J.P. Chocolates in Midtown, New York. She'd be in her chef whites and have her short purple and black hair pinned behind her ears to keep it out of her eyes. I prayed that she was alone, considering the direction of our conversation. The fewer people who knew I'd left the city, the better. While Cass continued to tell me all the reasons why I should immediately return to New York, I parked in the first spot I could find on Apple Street, which ran perpendicular to Main Street. Apple trees lined either side of the narrow lane. In the spring, they looked like flowering white torches marching up the road, forming a beautiful canopy. When I was a little girl, I had asked my grandfather why the apple trees never had any apples. He replied that the English residents of the village didn't like the apples because they made a mess on the street and sidewalk, so the Englishers made the trees sterile. At the age of 5, I had no idea what sterile meant, but it sounded bad. It is the English way, he had said, to change what got created into something more convenient. This late in September, the tree's leaves had turned yellow gold, and a few fell to the sidewalk in the breeze that rolled over the green hills surrounding the village. "Bae, are you listening to me?" Cass demanded. I took a deep breath. I explained to Jean-Pierre before I left. This is a family emergency. My grandfather is sick. Jean-Pierre understood. Besides, it's only Thursday. I'll be home in time for the announcement on Monday morning. Jean-Pierre might understand, but the selection committee will not. They're looking for any excuse to give that skunk Caden the head chocolatier job. Just because he's French, and they think it goes better with the brand of Jean-Pierre's empire. Do you think I should run the mob just because I'm Italian? You probably wouldn't be bad at it. First of all, that comment is both flattering and insulting. Second, you are completely missing my point. What would that be? I asked, rubbing my forehead and staring out the windshield of the rental car I had picked up at the tiny Akron Canton Airport. There hadn't been much selection, and the inside of the car smelled faintly of stale cigarettes. The smell was giving me a headache. As I stared out the window, an Amish buggy clopped down the cross street. Inside, an Amish man with a long dark beard chatted with the Amish boy in the passenger seat. The boy was laughing. I couldn't be farther from Midtown if I tried. "Are you listening to me?" Cass asked. I blinked. I hadn't realized she was still talking. As much as I loved my best friend, she had a tendency to ramble when she was really passionate about a subject. "I'm listening," I lied. "You not being here the week before their final decision as to who will be Jean-Pierre's replacement only makes it easier for them to give it to that jerk. Is that what you want?"